Hello and welcome to my empties for March of 2026. We are literally starting off with this thing of Q-tips because I don't think I've ever finished a box of Q-tips before. So while this is not the most exciting empty, I'm showing it anyway because that's kind of amazing. So I did buy more Q-tips. These are gone. Next up is the CeraVe 2-in-1 Anti-Dandruff Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner. This is David's empty. I do usually just buy him the shampoo that's not with the included conditioner because he doesn't really like conditioner. But this was kind of, I think I bought the right one and Amazon sent this one and I just went with it. And he did not like this one as much as the regular shampoo, so that's what we've gone back to for him. I have a bunch of Trader Joe's candles in here. This is the Mango Tangerine. This is David's eczema lotion. We probably go through a couple of these every month. It's the Gold Bond Eczema Relief, a skin protectant cream with 2% colloidal oatmeal, which is hard to find, so that's why I stock up on this one. And I've used a ton of these. I think I actually have, no, something else. 3 of the Crave Great Body Relief in here, so this is what I've been using. But here's the thing, I got these at the end of, I think it was December maybe, that they had these on sale for $8 a piece, but I go through them so quickly as evidenced here. So even though it was a good price, I still go through them really fast, and I could be finding a different lotion that would have, I think this is just, as much as I like it, I really like, I think one of the things I really love about it is the smell, and I've gone through a zillion of these, but only when they're on sale, because otherwise it's just not cost effective at all, because I use it so quickly. But I think because it's a really lightweight cream, I just, it's not enough for my dry skin. So as much as I love this, I'm finishing off the ones I've got, and then I'm not planning on getting any more, because I think I just need something more for dry skin. But I do really like this. And it's probably great for people who don't have really dry skin. This was a recent empty. This is the Isntree Yam Root Vegan Milk Cream. I quite liked this one, and I think it was the first thing I used after finishing one of those really fancy Skin Fix ones that I love. But I'm kind of moving away from buying that because even on sale, like there's just, you know, this kind of thing is a much better deal. And I would say this is just as good. So I quite liked this. It is something I would consider again. Recently I've started using one that I had that looks kind of similar. It's the Goodall one, and that one is much lighter weight, so I prefer this. Tried and true, one of my Cynic Enjoy Super Mild Sun Essence SPF 50 PA4+. I've used like a million of these. They are Korean. I stocked up last summer, so I've got a lot, and they have a really good date on them. They're good for a long time. So I have quite a few. I probably won't need to buy these again for a long time, but I love them, and I go through them quickly because they're not that big. This is another thing that I stock up on, the Interface Peptide Cream, Firming and Repairing Targeted Peptide Cream. This is a little bit too lightweight for me as a moisturizer. I think that got like some eyeliner shards on it. I don't know if that's what that is. I like this one. It is a little bit too lightweight for me as a moisturizer, but it works well in the warmer months, and then when it's not enough, sometimes I put another moisture on top of it, like something thicker like this. What else do I have in here? This is an exciting use up. This is, there used to be a Necessaire promo for Black Friday where you would get a free body serum when you bought anything. And this one was from, I got a couple, I think this was from 3 Black Fridays ago. And I still have one more. So I finished this one. I still have one more from when that deal happened that's still good until August. So I'm still trying to use that one up, but I'm really excited that I finished this one. And I haven't bought a body serum since then because they haven't done that program in the last couple Black Fridays. But also I feel like I just don't really need body serum most of the time. It usually for me, I'm like, I'd rather find a lotion that kind of includes enough moisturizing ingredients that I don't need a separate serum. So that's kind of how I feel about that. But I am still using my last one of these, and then I don't plan on getting that anymore. In general, I've kind of moved away from Necessaire. It just feels overpriced for what it is, especially since I think a lot of the hype around Necessaire is the fragrances, and they do have really nice, they have nice products, they have nice fragrances, but they're just not necessarily worth it to me. For the most part. So, and especially when I went fragrance free, like it's not quite as exciting. I haven't smelled any of their new scents. I bet they're great, but I don't use fragranced products. So this is the Crave Beauty Makeup Rewind. This one's really nice. I think this is the second time I've used this. So I'm usually more into cleansing balm, but if I was gonna get an oil cleanser on purpose, this is the one I did. And I like it enough that this is the second time I bought it. So yeah. If I'm gonna get an oil cleanser, this is my first choice. This is the Trader Joe's March candle. I got like a set that has one for every month, and this is Trader Joe's Clover and Moss scented candle. This one is really nice for March. Yeah, it's very fresh. It is a little strong, but I do like that one. This one is from the previous years, and this one's kind of, there were some really, I'm down to like the weirdest scents in this one. So this was Yuzu Hot Sauce, which actually smells okay, but it's like this one was from 2 years ago, and it's been kind of hard to use up because it's like things that they were like Trader Joe's products and they turned it into a candle, and some of them didn't need to be made into a candle. This is another one from that set, Jalapeno Limeade. I liked this one though. And actually, Yuzu Hot Sauce was pretty decent. I did toss the one that was Scandinavian Swimmers because it just, I don't know, it just smelled like straight up Jolly Ranchers maybe. So, we've still got more candles down here. This is the cookie butter one. And I think this might be the end. This is another mango tangerine. And the packaging is different on this one. So I'm pretty sure this one was from last year and this one was from the year before, which is why this one didn't have much scent left. So I'm trying to get better about using my candles right away and not buying new ones before I finish them. All right, what else do I have in here? Another sunscreen. I've been bouncing back and forth between these two for the most part, and I really like them both. So this is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum, SPF 50+, PA+4. And this one also feels really nice on my dry skin. I like these both a lot, and they tend to be, when I bought these on Yes Style, I bought a lot of the Cynic in this one because they tend to be the lowest price overall of the fragrance-free ones that I like. My favorite hand cream ever. This is the Skin Fix Eczema Plus Hand Relief Balm. It is an absolute lifesaver in the winter. It is very expensive. I bought 4 of these last summer when they did, it was like a Prime Day sale, and they were half price, and they're still expensive at half price, but it's worth it to me because they are amazing. And I still have 2 more of these, I think. So yeah, this is holy grail. I'd love to find a hand cream that I love as much as this that isn't so expensive or like comes in a giant tub. I've thought about maybe trying the Vanna cream at some point. I usually keep that around in my bathroom, like especially like for hands and feet, but this is kind of like the one I keep my bedside table. So really love that. Next up we have the Stratia Soft Touch AHA. This is a 10% mandelic acid. This was really nice. What I love about this is I don't use anything with fragrance in it, and so it's really rare that I find a product that I just genuinely love the smell of. And this one kind of smells like an almond, like that kind of Jergens-y cherry almond smell, but like I think it's just the ingredients in there, so this smelled really good. My skin did seem to like it. It exfoliated, it didn't irritate. And I'm currently using a different mandelic acid. It's the ordinary one, which does not smell like cherry almond. But this one is twice the price. So I am trying the ordinary one now, and it seems to be working just as well as far as I can tell. This is a little mini Laneige sleeping mask. I have pretty much decided I need to not buy the full size ones anymore just because they take so long to go through, and I always want to try like a ton of flavors of things. So I feel like these minis are a much better choice for me. And case in point, this one is peach iced tea, which I thought I would love. It's actually kind of got like a floral taste to it a little bit. And so I did finish this up, and I did like the fragrance, but I wouldn't want to go through a full size of it because it tastes floral, but it does still smell good. It's pretty subtle. This is just a little mini of the Purito Wonder Relief Centella Cream Unscented. This is just a cream I used for travel, and this is one I've used a zillion times. I do think I probably need to do, this is one I bought like the mini on purpose on YesStyle, and it's just not cost effective. I really just need to decant something into a travel bottle, because this ended up being like $4, which is a little silly when it's like half an ounce of product, but I do really like this. This is very exciting because it's a makeup empty. So this is from a trio that Ilya did for Christmas. That is a trio of their Eye Stylish Shadow Sticks. This one's the shade Beam, and they had this set of 3 minis. And one of the reasons I wanted this, besides that I like this formula and that these are very pretty colors and they don't irritate my eyes, that's a lot of reasons. But specifically, I like the idea of getting this set of 3 minis because they are use-upable. They're pretty small amounts in the stick, but it's really pretty, as you can see. So all used up, and I do have 2 more of these. I quite like them. The only thing I don't like about this formula is that they only last 6 months. Like, they have a 6-month shelf life. So obviously I wanted to try to use them up pretty quickly once I started using them. But I do quite like these. I think it's just something that, like, the minis are probably the best way to go for me, just because of that short shelf life. Here we have a Numbuzzin 9 Plus NAD Plus Bio Lifting Sil Essence. This is supposed to have 50 peptides in it, and it is really nice. The amazing thing to me is that there's so many ingredients in this, and it doesn't irritate my skin, which is pretty impressive for something with 50 peptides, because I just assumed something in there would irritate me, and it hasn't. And this first bottle took me a really long time. Like, I think I had it like 3 months maybe, which for a 1.69 ounce bottle that I was using every day was pretty impressive. Or maybe not every day, but most days. So I was very surprised by that. I do like this. I kind of waffle back and forth on, like, do I need, because I also have a favorite, like, I like the Geek and Gorgeous Peptide Serum, and I also like the Strati Interface. I'm like, do I need all these peptide products? So I am using another bottle of this now, and then I'll have to decide if this is something that I want to continue doing regularly. Okay, this is a Declutter, and this one's pretty sad. This is the Say Lip Liner. It's called Lip Liner 101, and it's this really pretty pink shade. And it's supposed to be good for 1 year, which would make it, I dated this, so it should be still good until May. And unfortunately, it started going bad a couple months early, and I started noticing it smelling like crayons. And now it is full on crayon, and it tugs weird. Like, when I put it on, it doesn't make a very good line. So that is definitely not going to make it, which is sad because it's a nice formula and it's a good color, and I would have tried to use this up, but sadly that one did not last. And I have run into that with other Save products, so I've kind of given up on buying Save products, because if they don't last the full 12 months they say they're going to last, then it feels a little dicey buying them because I don't know how quickly I'll use it up. This was a mini of the Rhode Pineapple Refresh PGA Daily Cleanser. I did like this, and I'm also glad I got to try a mini, because then, like, it's a nice cleanser, but it's nothing super, super special that made me feel like I need to go out and buy the full size. And this was good for travel. This is my other declutter item, which is really sad. This is the Sarah Creel Back of the Cab Volumizing Longwear Tubing Mascara. And the reason I'm decluttering this is it has, I am increasingly suspecting that I have an allergy to acrylates, and that is in here because it's a tubing mascara. So I think that's in every tubing mascara. And I have noticed lately that every new mascara I try, I have a sensitivity to. And when I go back and look at the ingredients, that seems to be in all of them. So increasingly the only mascara that I can use lately is the Ilia one, which I love. and I've used it a million times over the years. That one's been around a long time, but I was really bummed. The good news about this is I did not pay for it. It was a freebie at Black Friday. So at Black Friday, they did 20% off, and then you could get this free mascara. So I didn't feel bad about trying it and not paying for it, but it is also a bummer to throw it away knowing, you know, that it's a Hyman mascara, but obviously it's not sanitary to give anybody, and I cannot use it. It burned. So unfortunately, this caused eye irritation, so it has to go, and I was really bummed about it. And that's happened with several mascaras lately. So I may be just getting to the point where I just want to like use the Ilia and not much else, but I still got a few others to try out that I've bought in various sales and things. But it is unfortunate because things that worked for me a couple years ago, like I'm not sure if they'll work now. This is a tried and true, this is the Fit Glow Beauty Night Lip Serum. I've loved these for years and years and years. And these are actually, like, I had a set that I bought. This is a really expensive formula, and if you buy it in a set, it's much cheaper. And so I did that, and then there was also a sale at the same time. So that made these much more reasonable, but I had a bunch of them. And so now I'm like, oh, it's been a couple years. I really need to use these up because I have noticed that some of my lip serums are starting to turn because I've had them sitting around too long. So this is another thing that once you start using it, it has a 6-month shelf life, but also if it just sits around collecting dust too long, it's still going to go bad. So I'm trying, like, even if I haven't started using it yet. So I really want to get these used up. This is like the best formula ever, but I've also found that I think when I'm done with these, I will maybe long-term switch over to Edam because Edam is a really good deal. So this is a much smaller amount. I don't actually remember how much is in here, but it's a much smaller amount because of the packaging. And the Edam one is cheaper, and it's also like half an ounce of product. So it's a much bigger product. And I would say they feel pretty similar. This has been my favorite for years and years and years. And now I feel like Edam is my new favorite. And I also really like the Experiment software is also really nice. And they all have kind of a similar, kind of like a, I don't know if you call it like maybe like a silicone feel. It just feels really nice and is really hydrating, moisturizing, all the good things. This is just a mini I traveled with of the Tower 28 Daily Barrier Recovery Cream. I believe this was a Sephora Point Perk. And there's something else. There's like one more thing in here. Oh yeah, I finished this Pat McGrath lip gloss. And it is, this was from a Sephora favorite set maybe a year and a half ago. And the shade is called Aliangelic, which is just super fun. And I liked this. It was pretty mini, so it was an easy thing to finish. But I enjoyed, like, this is such a pretty, super sparkly, glittery formula. Not something I need to run out and get again, but it was really fun to play with. And it has a really nice vanilla scent to it. And that is everything. So that is all of my empties and declutters for the month of March. And I've already emptied a makeup product in April so far. So that's also exciting. Thank you so much for watching.